Do you guys think that being obese is a choice? Honest opinions. Give me your honest opinions. Do you think being obese is a choice? Yes and no. Yes. Okay.
It's like medically, you know.
Okay.
So, like, for
So
example,
you're medically obese though?
no,
Yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12 and I was not obese.
Some people have disorders. Okay. Some people like Nicocado avocado. Okay. Alviso said 100%. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and see. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my side points and see if I can try to come to a middle ground with all this. Because I think it is a yes and no kind of point to it. But we can see. We'll see what everybody is thinking.
Welcome back to Middle Ground. I'm John. I host the Radical Empathy podcast, and I'll be moderating today's discussion between fit women and fat women. And a friendly reminder, if you are writing a hate comment, you are part of the problem. Our first prompt is, your physique is in your control.
Your physique is in your control. I would say yes. Well, how could I say this? Yes and no, because again, disorders kind of like make it harder, but it still is in your control. But you have more of a downside to it because you're not. You have to try harder. What was it? People with PCOS. There's still people with PCOS that can lose weight, but it is definitely harder for them.
Will the agreeers please step forward?
She has a question.
I have a question.
But 3 people?
When you mean physique,
Okay.
specify-
Okay. Does she not know what physique means? Does she not know what a physique means?
like what exactly are you trying to?
I think physique is like the shape and size of your body. Why were you hesitating?
Because, there's a lot of different illnesses around. So I have family members that have like thyroids and they can't gain weight or they can't lose weight. But I think that they can manage to stay at a place that's gonna be healthy for them. To me, personally, I do feel like I can be at a better place. I'm working on it and that's my goal, so.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that definitely people have ailments, there's different diseases and all that, but I think at the end of the day, what you can do, the best physical peak for your personal body is in your hands. You may not look like someone you want to look like, your ideal situation, but you can optimize your body.
That is true. I like that.
Performance that you think
That's
you
true.
can get to.
When I first started working out, I lost 60 pounds, and that included just counting calories. I didn't have to work out as hard. I did the treadmill. I went at an incline, and I just walked the whole time, watching a movie and just walked. I just made healthier choices, and I've been mindful about what I put inside my body.
Like you put in that effort, right? You made those conscious decisions to walk on the treadmill, count your calories. You were super exact with everything, and that's how both of you guys were able to lose so much weight, right? So your physique is 100% in your control. It's just that nobody wants to put the effort in.
I wouldn't. I mean, 100% is kind of a stretch. More of just like 99, right? More just 99%. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Just so we can invite the disagreeers, that's a great point to bring in our disagreeers.
I want to see what they think.
Just left off.
So while of course there are aspects that I think you can control about your physique, I think there are more things that are out of your control. Like it is so much more expensive to eat healthy than it is to eat like crap. If I go
What? You think it's more expensive to eat healthy than it is to go out every day and eat junk? You telling me that me going down the street to go to McDonald's is way cheaper than to meal prep for a whole week? No. I'm sorry, but of course she's saying that. I will say this. It is so much easier to eat unhealthier food than it is to eat healthier food. But saying that it's way more expensive to eat healthier than it is to not. That's unbelievable.
Go to the grocery store.
I know damn well Era gonna get canceled if he lets his true self out. Healthy food is cheap. That is true. That is true. Depending on what you're getting, healthy food is cheap. And you also get more. You also get more.
And I just want to buy a bunch of frozen meals. That's going to be so much cheaper than me going and buying fresh produce and fresh fruit and everything.
Hold up. She said frozen meals, okay? What's the frozen meals that you guys know? Actually, you guys are from the UK. I don't know how the price differences are there. Frozen meals. Let me look that up real quick. Let me look up a good frozen meal, okay? Let's see. Beef pot roast. Make sure that my address is on here anywhere. Okay, we should be good. Okay, beef pot roast, okay? $3.69, okay. Let me go to the lower end. Healthy Choice Cafe Steamers, $2.96, okay? All right, so from the outside, this looks very, very cheap. $3? Bet, $3. All right, now you have to remind yourself, you don't eat just once a day. You eat 2 to 3 times a day, depending if you just want to eat that one time a day, that one time a day, and you're eating a bunch, bet, so be it. But $3 times 3, okay, 9. But let's go ahead and move this up to 4 because tax maybe. So we're thinking about $12 a day, okay? 12 times 6, 72. You're spending $72 a week on food. Now, let's do this. Let's do some math, okay? And that's just one meal. I can go and spend. Let me see. How much is chicken breasts? Let's do Walmart. Make sure that there's no leak on here. Actually, I'll just screenshot it. Boom. All right, look. Chicken breast. It's $12 for like 6 in here. There's usually like 6 in here. It's $12. Okay? $12. Guess what? This one thing can last you a whole week. Just one chicken breast each lasts you a whole week. Then you can go ahead and add fruits, vegetables, easy, rice, and that whole week would cost you about maybe $30. And this is just eating simple. This is just eating simple, healthy food. It's not that hard, and it's definitely not that expensive. Yo, what's good, Blue Kid? How you doing, man? Let's continue.
I disagree.
Immediately.
I disagree too.
Why do you disagree?
The prepackaged foods, the frozen ones, way more expensive.
True.
I've been on a budget,
Sorry for all the pausing, but this is reacts, okay? This is reacts. If you don't like all the pausing, leave. Yeah. But if you think about it, all the foods, if you're basically me, some of my meals that are in there, besides my steak meal for this week, some of my foods that are in there that are meal prepped are like $1.30, all together. $1.30. Sometimes if I'm really feeling skimpy, I can break each meal down to like 60 cents.
Eternally, I always save money by just going to the grocery store and buying ingredients.
Whole Foods,
but
fresh
I
produce.
can go get a frozen meal sometimes for $1.50, $2. Where if I want to cook a whole meal, like depending on what all the ingredients I'm getting.
Okay, let's be honest. Oh my God, I don't want to say all of it, bro. But I just have to be honest. I have to be honest. Okay, so for her, okay. I don't know how much she weighs. Okay, I'm gonna try to be respectful, but the amount of calories that she needs for her to satisfy her is way more than me. Okay, way more than me. and I'm trying to be as respectful as I can, but her saying that, hold on, let me back it up a little bit.
$2, where if I want to cook a whole meal, like depending on what all the ingredients I'm getting, that could be $10. So you'll get.
Yeah, see, with all the ingredients, she's saying with all the ingredients that she needs, you don't need that many ingredients. You don't need to be cooking that much. You don't need to be cooking that much. It's in your control. What you eat is in your control.
More.
Yes, but still, you have to think from people who have like no money and they're thinking like, oh, I can get.
I've had no money. I've had $12 for a week's amount of food.
I hear both. I think that you definitely
Money's an
in
excuse.
the short-term mindset, it is cheaper. You go to a fast food restaurant.
Money's an excuse because if you didn't have money, I'm sorry, but you wouldn't be you wouldn't be able to gain weight if you're barely able to. If you don't have enough money to eat food, to eat healthy. If you have enough money to go out every day and eat McDonald's every day, you have enough money to eat clean.
I think they've even increased the dollar menu now, so which is crazy. It's like a $2 menu. So that's valid, I think, but I think it's killing us in the long term. Like it's like that short dopamine effect, the dopamine where you're like, oh, I just need something right now.
Yeah.
I think that's the issue.
I also did want to
Eat a banana a day like me, bro?
Like food costs, like there's also privilege when it comes to like having time to cook stuff.
That's
like,
true.
If you work a
100%,
full-time job, if you have kids and stuff, a lot of the time it's just easier. You don't have the time and energy. Like I enjoy cooking, but it's a lot of work sometimes, and it.
If you need to eat a lot of food, yes. Again, I'm not fat phobic, okay? I'm not. But it's on the more that you weigh, the more that you're gonna need. The more that means the more that you're gonna have to cook. It takes me about 3 hours to cook for the whole week. Okay? Now if you're having to cook every single day, sure, that's about an hour a day. What is this video about? It's about is being obese a choice? Fit women versus obese women. So yeah, just meal prep. It's not gonna take long at all. Well, at least for that day, but you're gonna save so much time. So much time and so much money that day.
I didn't even bother to clip it. Holy hippos, bro would eat his kid. Bro lies down on 3 mattresses.
Okay.
Much easier for me to just like go through the drive-through. And then also privilege when it comes to like your mental health. When you are depressed, when you're struggling to even like get through the day, it can be really hard to have that motivation to eat well, to move your body and stuff. So for then when people are like, oh, well, why aren't you working out? It's like, dude, I can barely even get out of bed. So like, please stop with that.
I just wanted to say that I didn't step forward because I have PCOS and I just recently got diagnosed.
Isn't that dude in the middle? He's the host. This guy right here, he's the host.
With it. So with PCOS, it's so much more difficult for me to lose the weight and control what I want my physique to look like. It's just so much harder. It's not impossible, but it is.
We can fix it.
It's something
and we
that
can fix
be
it.
Wait, she said
control,
she,
but it is.
We can fix it.
She said
It's something
PCOS.
we can
Yeah.
fix it.
So like I said earlier, it's definitely doable even if you have PCOS, but it definitely is harder.
PCOS, we can fix
Sorry
it.
to cut y'all off, but Brie, I just wanted to hear from you.
The question, like, your body is in your control, I just think it is not 100% in your control. To say it's like black and white, you can change it or you can't, is just crazy. It's just so nuanced. I really appreciated you bringing up the food access that you have, the knowledge access, your socioeconomic status. I go to the gym, I sit there, and I'm like, if only everyone had access and the free time to do this. I'm sure so many other people would love to do that.
Okay.
But people are.
Everybody has access to be able to get fit. Okay? It's the time. Okay? Look at it this way. And I could be a perfect example. I never paid for classes. I never paid for cookbooks. I never paid for knowledge. I find everything that I know on Google or on YouTube videos. So saying that people don't have access isn't, that's not valid. That's not valid at all. Because everything nowadays you have at the tip of your fingers. Everybody's on their phone. You could look up basically anything on your phone. But the time I agree with. Some people just don't have time at all.
Struggling, they need to pay their rent. They can't just allot that time. They need to prioritize. And I think that's ultimately what is really sad. Everyone would love to take care of themselves.
I disagree. I'm sorry, I disagree. Like, there's some of us who are on the fit side that don't have that privileges. I wake up at 4 a.m., have a full-time job. I get it done. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I want to be the highest version of myself, the most evolved version, and she has to show up.
But your life allows it.
Yeah. No, I make my life allow
exactly.
it. I surround myself with that.
But other people don't have the possibilities that you have.
They do. They just
not everyone. No.
And
so I need to see what her day in the life looks like, though, right? So like, how much physical activity does she do while she's doing something else? You know, there's also like people who read books while they're walking on a treadmill and stuff like that. Even simply just walking. You know, that walking itself, getting 10,000 steps in a day, that itself will help you burn fat, lose weight, you know? So, I mean, it may not be as fast as you want it, but that is still something.
I also think there's something to be said
for the effort in. That's it.
But I also think too, like let's say for example, you're a teenager and you're like 500 pounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
The work that you need to do to remedy that is ungodly. Like that's really challenging. That's a hard thing to do for anybody. As opposed to like me, I was really skinny and then I decided, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. I put on my weight. The results are showing. It looks like I'm working super hard. I make these choices like go girl.
Right.
But that is not the same accessibility that someone can make that change for themselves in different circumstances.
I agree.
So
My only caveat is it's hard for both, but it can be done, is my point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that it's as hard for me as someone who's overweight trying to lose that weight. In my opinion.
But do you believe that it can be done?
I believe it can be done.
Yeah.
I believe it can be done, but I think empathy and
know you want to
compassion
laugh.
for the different circumstances that
Bro,
may stop someone.
I'm like locked in right now. Whenever I'm like listening to something or like talking about something that I like have passion for and know a lot about, I lock in, bro. I don't care what y'all saying. You know, y'all making jokes about them and stuff like that. Like I'm not even focused on it. Trying to get canceled out, Era. I'm not gonna get canceled because I'm giving all honesty. You know. Yo, what's good, Chin? How you doing? Welcome in.
From doing that is necessary to see like, oh, get off your ass and like do all this,
No one said
which you're
that.
not saying. But I'm saying some people, commenters,
Myron's
might be
not
saying
in this
that.
episode.
Myron.
There is a spectrum for your body.
BMI.
Our height isn't under our control, our fat distribution, our bone density, our muscle density, our metabolism.
What's she getting
These
at?
are all things that make up who we are. But
Okay.
in that spectrum of health, absolutely, we can change who we are with what we got.
True.
Stop right there and move on to the next one.
Next segment. Okay.
Body positivity can promote unhealthy habits.
Body positivity can promote unhealthy habits. I would say yes. Simply, what is it? That whole Lizzo situation, or even like ads and stuff like that. Yo, what's good, baddies? How you doing? Even just social media all around. You know, the Lizzo situation. You know, people like Lizzo, right? People like Lizzo, and she at a certain point she was the queen of body positivity. Okay, and you know, even though it was a joke on the internet and stuff like that, people were saying like, you know, these girls love Lizzo and stuff like that. You know, they admire her and stuff like that. They like to see her. But anytime that we you know, we say, okay, Lizzo, you know, it's giving off Lizzo and stuff like that. Why would they get mad? Because of her being obese. Now maybe I'm you know, maybe I'm reaching there, but it's like, okay, don't you like Lizzo? But as soon as don't you like and admire Lizzo? She's part of the body positivity movement, you know. But anytime, you know, but we get the intent. We get the intent. It just promotes unhealthy habits because it, you know, if somebody's obese, you have to tell them that they're obese. You know, obesity leads to basically body damage, bad side effects. It shows that you're unhealthy.
Will the agreeers please step forward?
Obese people are way more positive and funny. That's because skinny and fit people are more stuck up because they try to, what is it? They're more focused on their self-image. So they seem more stuck up. I've never been obese. I don't know what it feels like. Me either.
I think blind body positivity can be harmful if it's just like always like, don't ever consider any possibility that you could change something or improve your quality of life. Just blindly accept yourself. I think that's where it can get kind of toxic.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't look like how I looked when I was 20.
True, because it gets to a certain point. Like, okay, are you not gonna acknowledge to yourself that you are obese and you have been eating unhealthy? At this point, you have enough body fat that it is literally going to kill you. Like, okay, I guess we should all be happy with everybody being obese.
Positivity is encouraging yourself to accept you're gonna transform eventually. When you're 40, when you're 50, you're gonna get wrinkles, all these things. So yeah, definitely body positivity should have taken another route instead of just saying it's for bigger people, because it's not. It's for all the variety of people that need to accept you're changing.
Yeah, I think the pendulum has switched to the furthest extreme. I think body positivity was created because there wasn't a space for people who could have acceptance in bigger bodies. And I think it's just gone to the furthest extreme now. And
like,
that is
true. Women come in
true.
all shapes and sizes, right? And every woman is beautiful. And I think that you should really be confident in your body and the way that you look, wake up feeling your best. But I feel like especially on social media and in society today, this body positivity movement, I've seen like multiple times where there's like obese women promoting body positivity. And it's like, I wouldn't want like my
What's
kid.
obese for you?
Like an unhealthy lifestyle.
No,
like
but
overweight.
what do you mean what's obese for you?
Obese, like
for
medically
me,
obese.
if you see me, you consider me obese?
I wouldn't say that you're obese, but
Okay.
it's like medically.
So-
What the hell is medically obese? It's either you're obese, you're skinny, or you're fit. What is medically obese? At this point, I think that's copium. Obese is you have a BMI scale. Obese is like what? 30 and over, I think. 30 and over, that's whenever it's obese. 30% of body fat and up, that's obese, I think. Last time I checked, I think. It's somewhere up there. Medically obese?
So
do they explain this?
Medically obese though.
No,
Yes.
I've been medically obese since I was like 12 and I was not obese.
Well, does anybody here?
So
What's your BMI? My BMI is 19%. I'm trying to get down to like 15% though.
Would anybody here explain what they mean by medically obese?
Exactly.
Like when you go to the doctor's office and you get weighed on a scale.
Wait, sorry. No, hold on. I'm stupid here. BMI 21.8 here, and this is true. Well, it says BMI 21.8, but yeah. How long is it? It's 44 minutes.
And they'll tell you, oh, you're a little bit overweight, or they'll say you're morbidly obese, you're
because of your
whatever
height.
thing. So like, like if you look at
15 BMI is not underweight? No, I meant 19% body fat. 19%.
me, you would be like, oh, she's a little plus size, but I am technically considered obese.
So
by my doctors.
But
I don't think 15 BMI is underweight.
30 BMI. Now the BMI we've had.
Okay, 30 BMI. I knew it.
It's a little bit tricky now.
Right. It's not the most accurate.
Right.
But that's what it's based off.
Yeah.
But
Right.
so correct. But now that when I was a size 14, I was considered obese. It's smaller than we think.
I think an obese person, and this is not, calling absolutely anybody obese, but I think a person that can be considered obese will not be able to go on walks. They will lose their breath. For me.
Huh? She thinks that people being, what defines somebody being obese means they can't go on walks and have trouble breathing while walking? Excuse me? All right. I'm gonna throw somebody under the bus that I know. Chuck. We all make Chuck jokes, right? But Chuck can get around. High energy. He's one of the most active obese people that I know. So what? Like, these people are coping. Oh, I can walk. I must not be obese. I can walk. Huh? This isn't my 600-pound life. If somebody can't walk, they're just out of shape. If they have trouble breathing while walking or running and jogging, they're just out of shape. That's what that is. I've been out of shape before. That doesn't mean I'm obese.
Because I am a person that I'm big, but like I said, I'm still able to go on hikes and I won't lose my breath.
That's not what obese is.
So if for the doctors, I'm obese because of the size and the stuff that I am. For the doctors, for me, it is not the way that it works, because an obese person, I've had friends who are
copium.
We go on walks and they're losing their breath.
So for you, obesity is just the health parameter of how physical you can be. For you, it's not a physical manifestation of the body.
What the doctor, when that doctor's
obesity isn't determined by your physical activity. It's not. I use a BMI calc and it says I'm unhealthy. Yo, what's good, Casker? Hold on, what's bro watching? We're watching Is Being Obese a Choice? Fit Women versus Obese Women. People are so dumb, bro. That's what I'm saying, Munition.
Says that bad word, he's looking on a chart.
How you guys doing?
Versus saying you can't.
How many people have been bad diagnosed?
But listen, he's not saying you're ill and you can't walk up that hill.
I've had doctors say that to me.
You go, I have that. I'm obese and I can still walk up that hill. And
okay. Look, there's a difference, right? There's a difference. For anybody that doesn't know, somebody that is my weight. I weigh 152 pounds with water weight, 149 without water weight. Okay. If somebody that was 6'3", and I'm 5'11", if somebody was 6'3", had my body weight, they would be skinny. Okay. Now, if somebody had 230 something pounds and are 6'2", 6'3", they're gonna look good. They're not. Guess what? That's not obese. But if I had 230 pounds, I'm gonna be obese. It's a height difference as well.
And that's what's fabulous about it, right? It doesn't automatically mean you're ill, but also
Ill.
Down the road, absolutely it's gonna mean you're ill. You're lucky with your genetics currently. Down the road, it's not gonna be the same story.
But this is the thing, you think they're genetics, but since I was really young, I'm active. I'm an active woman.
I never said you're not active.
No, I know, but I'm just responding to what you're saying. I know you're not saying that I'm not active. I'm responding to what you're saying about the doctors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I have had doctors tell me that.
Tell you what?
That I'm obese and that I cannot exercise. That why am I not exercising?
I thought that was Chris Tyson for a second. Oh, this person.
There's doctors that have bad diagnosed me for things that I've never had. And I've gotten medicated for things that I've never had. So it's like,
well,
it's different.
They're killing us too. So
we went down a tangent from that. I want to.
Oh my God, you can
we're
say
talking
that.
about.
Wait, somebody disagreed? Wait, body positivity can promote unhealthy habits.
It's unhealthy habits. We're gonna bring in our.
She disagreed with that.
And then continue the combo.
Yeah.
Let's hear her.
I didn't
Let's
step
hear it.
forward because I really hate the toxicity that has come from people being like, oh, body positivity promotes obesity and blah, blah, blah. I hate that so much. I think there is like the minutest people who are doing that. The vast, vast majority, I do not think promote obesity. Body positivity, to me, is just loving your body, accepting your body how it is, and not hating yourself. Like, you shouldn't have to wake up every day because you're 400 pounds and hate yourself. Like, I don't think anybody should be hating themselves. So
So I think she has that all wrong. Body positivity isn't about hate. Hold on. Let me get my ducks in a row. There are people who are obese and want to lose the weight, but they're happy. They're okay with if they don't lose weight or not, but they want to. That doesn't mean that they hate themselves. They don't hate themselves. Now, there are people who hate themselves. Okay, they hate themselves enough to want to do something about it, and they end up doing something about it. Those are called the go-getters. But I'm gonna let her finish.
That to me is what body positivity is about, and it's also about equality in how people are treated. Like, for example, Lizzo gets called out so much.
Yo, I was talking about Lizzo.
God, she's out there with her ass and stuff. Like, ugh, it's so disgusting. But Chappell Roan, who, God, I love Chappell Roan, was at Gunfall and came out as Statue of Liberty and had her ass out. Did not see a single person.
I doubt that.
Saying, oh, so why does she have her ass out? You know, it's like, it's a double standard. People inherently hate fat bodies and don't think they should be seen in society.
I actually
Did I just hear somebody's stomach? Did I just hear somebody's stomach grow?
People inherently hate fat bodies and don't think they should be seen in society.
I did. Whose damn stomach was that? Who's hungry?
On Chappell Roan for the way that she looks and her outfits, and there's going to be hate on both sides.
Oh, of course, there's going to be hate, but I meant like the volume of hate that Lizzo gets compared to Chappell Roan. Like, I would say, like, it's much smaller. Like, you constantly hear about like Lizzo, and you know.
I have a question. I have a question about Lizzo. Okay,
Always comes back to Lizzo.
One of the okay.
She's like waiting.
I know.
She's lost a lot of weight right now.
One of the few times I saw her streaming, she had this gorgeous cake was gifted to her. Enormous. Went in with it.
Going on that show must be a struggle for them since they can't eat for a bit. Y'all have issues. Y'all have issues. Let me continue.
With a fork and was eating constantly and talking to the camera while she was streaming. The volume of the cake that she ate, I just went, oh my God, how many people are watching this? This is absolutely, it was a horrible representation. I hated every moment of it. What do you have to say about that?
Well, my question would be, if there was a thin person doing that, would you have had that same reaction?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, then.
Yes. Because I know the downsides of eating a lot of food, a lot of unhealthy food, okay? Because the next day, you're gonna feel like shit. I try my hardest not to eat a bunch of fucking junk. I try to moderate myself. with how much junk I eat. Because I know that my stomach is gonna be hurting the next day. I'm gonna have brain fog. I'm not gonna want to get up. I'm gonna feel tired, groggy. I'm not gonna want to go to the gym that day because what I ate the previous day or ate that day. Free skip work? See, but then that's also, you gotta use PTO or you miss out on money. Any day that I eat some my meal preps, just my meal preps, protein shakes, and then, maybe 1, 2, 0 sugar Cokes or Dr. Peppers, I feel fantastic that day. I get so much done that day and the day after that.
I think it's more about, like, she's not promoting obesity by eating cake on camera. She's just, eating cake on camera.
But if she's the representation of body positivity and she's behaving this way, is that promoting a negative light?
Have you noticed that she just posted a video that she lost weight?
Those flavorless protein powders taste ass? Wait, unflavorless? Wait, why are you eating flavorless protein powders?
Like,
no,
was,
absolutely don't.
Yeah. She just posted a video.
I
she
absolutely
lost
did not.
weight. You can see the difference.
Because I don't want her in my algorithm.
So it was just probably that one day that you saw her doing that, but that doesn't identify her as a whole person.
Yeah, in defense of Lizzo, not a sentence I want to read. In defense of her, I have seen her post like, oh, here's a green smoothie that I got, or here's me with my.
The only time I ever felt terrible feeling junk, feeling junks. What? Was when I ate 3 bags of Talkie straight and was thirsty the entire night and the next day. Holy crap. 3 bags? Oh.
A salad, or like here I am at the gym.
Oh, my camera.
I think there is this weird stigma where people that are overweight have to be perfect all the time. They can never just like, just have a cake. And I agree it's gorging. I agree it's not great. Listen, I'm not saying that's great.
That was
not
too
great.
much.
But I'm saying that like this one instance of her doing this amidst all her other ones of her trying to be healthy.
Can I go on the opposite side of that? Like with Lizzo, there's like Eugenia Clooney. She's a very petite, tiny woman. Why are people saying, oh, good job, Lizzo, like good job for eating healthier, but like when Eugenia Clooney's like trying to eat something like.
But is Eugenia Clooney allowed to have hashtag body positivity?
She does sometimes. So
Is she?
She promotes herself literally wearing like tiny outfits, showing her body.
That was my whole point, is like these extremes are hijacking it.
Yeah,
I agree.
They're not good representation.
Era, this reminds me of this.
Have you ever had a nickname, and why was it given to you?
I don't know why, but people love to call me Mark Henry.
Lord, why do you test me?
Yikes, dude.
Yeah,
No.
that like the algorithm, they will push out the most extreme cases because they get the most views, and it's what people want to see.
Yes, it's dangerous.
Including these conversations. Although this was pretty reasonable. All right, let's reset.
No matter who you are, there's no denying
What in the
that
ad?
I have taken a weight loss.
I have taken a weight loss drug. I have not. I have not.
Will the agreeers please step forward?
I'm not too much against them. I'm not too much against. Here, let me go back to where. It has it.
I have taken.
I'm not too much against weight loss drugs, right? Because it's just another shortcut, But I think using weight loss drugs, people like Ice Spice that did it with Ozempic. I think there's also a really bad downside with this, and not only just the side effects from the weight loss drugs, but like as soon as you stop using weight loss drugs, you didn't stop the habits that kept you at the weight that you were, or kept you with gaining weight. So it's not like you fixed your habits, fixed your eating routine and your lifestyle to be able to lose the weight. All you did was take a weight loss drug, and then now that you're off of it, you're wondering, okay, why am I gaining weight again?
A weight loss drug. Will the agreeers please step forward?
Just one person?
Yes, everybody's perfect.
I'm like trying to see like what do we define as drug?
Just
I think we're talking about the
Like Ozempic?
Pills?
Yeah,
or...
weight.
Pills?
Well,
A weight loss drug. What else? What else is there? What else is there? What's up with these questions, bro?
Like diet pills?
Any drug that you've taken. Sorry. But yeah, come on in. Let's hear your story too.
I have used weight loss drugs before I knew the power of them in college, and that you could get them over the counter, but they were incredibly strong and probably needed to be controlled at that time. But I don't know. I was so obsessed.
They're the ones that make you not want to
My
eat,
body size.
I think.
I've pretty much my whole life, and that's just the culture, American culture that I was raised in and lived in. And
That goes away whenever you stop
I
taking
would
it,
try
though.
drastic means, and I've done things that would just.
How's it
get
going
me
there? It's going pretty good.
super
Links, how about
wired.
yourself?
Even as an adult, once I figured out how to eat, I gained the weight back.
Yep,
during
see?
the lockdown,
There you go.
Like a lot of people did.
Yep.
And I go, gosh darn it, I was so upset, and I took a prescription weight loss drug that was prescribed by a doctor, and I was able to drop the weight quickly. I used it as a biohack. I used it short term just to get the weight off, because once the weight is off, now it's on you. You have to know how to eat.
So this is more recent.
True.
Yep, and this is
That's exactly what I was saying.
What's it
She
like,
knows.
Ozempic, something like that.
Phentermine. You can get it prescribed. It's a controlled substance. It's hardcore, but it takes the thought process out of your mind. That thing, that monster that
Spot on
always
the hair,
tells
I
you
can't.
you're gonna get your next
I know how to do
serotonin
that.
kick by that food, and you're hyper focused on eating, and
It's a
it takes
croissant.
that monster stops talking. So now, when the monster stops talking, you go, I can control this. I can make changes in my lifestyle. in
Holy
order to make
yeah.
healthier decisions to keep the weight off.
Next.
Lost with this drug, and Yeah.
I was so desperate to lose weight. I was like on TikTok scrolling through, and like they were sharing like, oh, this drug does this and this is that, and I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and just.
Oh, she got a donut roll? It's a croissant. Croissant.
Thing and showed up
Not
at
a
a horrible
donut
time.
roll.
What drug it was?
It was a pill that I took, and it like suppressed my want to eat food. But it also like had some really bad side effects. Like when I would eat, I would feel sick after.
Yep.
And
Yeah, it was good, bruh. How you doing,
like,
man?
oh, I'm feeling horrible all the time and having this energy low and like just feeling physically sick.
How long were you on it?
I was on it for 2 months maybe.
Did you lose
Okay,
weight?
2 months not bad.
I lost some weight, but as soon as I got off of it, I gained all of that weight back.
Bro, that's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I was talking about. That's exactly what I was talking about.
You have to know what to do once you're there.
Exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Exactly. It was like the crutch, and like you just relied on it so much, and then once it was gone, you had to do your own thing, and
you have to figure it out.
you had to figure it out, and the pill was doing all that for you, and then.
Why she have a croissant on her head? Finally, somebody gets
I
it.
lost when I was on it.
Let's bring in our disagreeers.
So I've heavily considered taking Ozempic, but I've decided not to because you either have to stay on that drug long term to keep those effects, or if you get off of it, most people.
For those of you that don't know what weight loss drugs do, here you go. Here you go. We'll do Ice Spice. There you go. Ice Spice. After Ozempic, before Ozempic.
People are going to gain the weight back. So I'm no longer interested in anything that is not a complete lifestyle change. Like for
Before
me,
the drugs looked hotter.
I have learned over the years that I would prefer to be fat and happy than thin and miserable. So like right now, I'm just trying to, eat less processed food.
Why'd you show me that era?
Stay
My
away from,
bad.
like, soda
My bad.
stuff for the most part. But
My bad.
I will never count calories. Like,
I was about to go goon.
because to me that leads to disordered.
I'm never glazing Ice Spice again.
For you?
For me personally, yes. I'm not talking for everybody. I'm not talking for everybody, but for me personally, and I do think for a lot of people, it can lead to disordered eating.
Kind of circling back to the topic about taking weight loss drugs. Hell no, I would never take no weight loss drug. I worked really hard for my body, and I'm like a very big believer in that phrase. Like, if you wanted to, you could.
True.
Wouldn't you be so much happier if you lost the weight and you look back on it and it was like, yeah, like I did that.
Exactly.
Like that was 100% all me. I didn't need no help. I didn't need no cheat codes. Like, this was the work that I put in, and I got the results that I wanted.
And that was the mindset that I wish that I had before I took the drugs.
Yeah.
Because I was super naive. I was 18 years old, and I had no knowledge about anything, and I was looking.
But she was looking up on TikTok how to lose weight. But she said that she didn't have knowledge. Nah, you just looking for a cheat code. Let's be honest, you was just looking for a cheat code. Because if you scroll on TikTok looking for ways to lose, how to lose weight, you would have looked up the right videos.
Looking for a quick fix because all these people were telling me, oh, you need to lose weight, you need to do this, and that was in my own household. So it was my family telling me this, along with my friends and everything like that.
It's a lifestyle.
So she was getting mentally destroyed at home. Nah, that's fucked up.
If you are not changing your lifestyle to go with it, then what will happen for it? And so I think that's really ultimately what it is. If you're not ready to commit to the lifestyle change, using these tools is not going to help you.
When people do these quote unquote shortcuts, a lot of the time, mentally, they're not there. So they lose the weight and then they're still
not fixing the problem.
Exactly. It was this quick fix, and now that it's, they get off it, everything mentally, that they were at when they were at a bigger weight is still there because they didn't put in that mental work, doing it on their own.
For example,
we gotta reset. Sorry, the next one. I'm getting
Next question. Fit women are more attractive than fat women. I feel that like if I say that fit women are more attractive than fat women, then I would get, then people would be mad. Oh, what's wrong with fat women? But then if I say that fat women are more attractive than fit women, there would also be a fuss over there too. I'm gonna say that I think that fit women are more attractive than fat women for me. For me, okay? Now, let's bring this into a generalization. Visual appealing is different than attractiveness. Visual appeal is different than attractiveness. So let's bounce this off of the actual question. Fit women are more attractive than fat women? Let's think of it. What about their personality? There's a lot of fit people out there that are very, very stuck up, right? There are definitely people that are obese that are really, really nice. Really nice. It all depends on a person. This is the general, this is not fact. None of this is fact right here. So there you go.
Women are more attractive.
Eric Chris me out when he's serious? How?
Agreeers, please step forward.
They're probably talking about the looks. Oh no, they're 100% talking about the looks. But attractiveness does not mean just looks. Attractiveness is a generalization. Now, if they said visual appeal, yes, that means just looks.
I would definitely agree.
Wow, only
that
one.
women are more attractive than like plus size women, only because me having this body, it shows that I can commit to something, right? And it shows that I'm hardworking. So I feel like men looking at my body can see, oh, okay, she's dedicated. She put in the work, and that could be an attractive quality.
Canceled, how?
That men see in me. I would definitely go for like a more muscular guy. So that kind of shows that we have something in common.
So all the others say fat women are more attractive, okay? Honestly, I don't think that's what they're gonna say. I think that if I was there and like I wasn't thinking of the headspace of, just looks, I probably would have stayed standing. Because then I would have brought the argument, it's not about visual appeal. I don't want to date somebody that's fit and stuck up and just a bad wife. I'd rather go with somebody that, is obese and nice and a really, really good wife. I'd rather choose that any day,
Common, something that we can work on together.
So gym dates.
Yeah, gym dates for sure.
But of course, not everybody that's fit is stuck up, of course. But that's just an example.
I feel like I'm gonna get flamed alive right now.
Of course, the skinny lady talking. Skinny? Bro, what do you mean? She is fit. She is fit. What are you talking about? That's what I meant? Okay. I'm about to say, you could definitely tell somebody who's skinny and who's fit.
It shows that I can commit to something, right? And it shows that I'm hard. She's dedicated to go for like a more muscular guy. So that kind of shows, yeah, gym dates for sure.
Okay, we're back where we're at.
Can we bring in the disagreeers?
I feel like I'm gonna get flamed.
Okay, but the tats, I know I like the tats. It's cool. My only question is, how you gonna get your two leg sleeves and then one sleeve on one arm and then just leave the other blank? I mean, it actually looks really nice, but like, why not this one as well? Why not go ahead and hit that one up as well?
Women. I love women.
But I guess we'll never know.
I think all women are beautiful. I've had relationship with women that are fit, they are not fit, variety. And I can tell you that personality-wise, the skinniest ones and the most beautiful ones
are uptight.
That I
yes, bro, they're uptight.
So,
and just prissy.
And it comes from ways that the way that I grew up, the way that they grew up, thoughts, minds. You surround yourself with people that you like, that is like you. Your personality has more beauty than the way that you look.
Your physical looks will disappear. My grandma, she used to be a very petite, tiny woman, grew up in the Philippines. My grandpa the same way. Now they're a little bigger, they're more.
I don't know. Okay, that I don't know if I can agree with. Your physical appearance does not disappear if you are super nice. It doesn't. It can't disappear. It can't.
50 years later, still in love. My grandpa always makes jokes. Like, when I remember growing up, he was like, this is Burger King and this is McDonald's. I'm the king and I'm loving it. And I'm like, that's my grandpa. He showed me, like, you can appreciate a woman through all the changes.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true as well.
I could be, once I get skinny, like, my boyfriend can still love me, but maybe he loves me more because how I am personally.
I think people like to be like, oh, it's always going to be the fit woman is more attractive than the plus size woman. I just don't think that's true. Like,
it's not true, because there are definitely there are definitely obese women out there that are like gorgeous, really gorgeous, you know. They take care of themselves presentably, you know, but the size problem, you know, they struggle with that a little bit, but that's okay, you know. They're really nice, they look really good, and I don't know, bro.
And there's also a lot of not very beautiful ones.
Right.
You know what I mean? To assume that size will always equal more attractive, I just think is like silly. It's a case by case basis.
And they also made it to where like what the beauty standards used to be back then, kind of like I don't know if it's changed in Asia as well. I mean, in China as well. But like very, very skinny is the beauty standard there. Back with modeling here in America, skinny was the beauty standard, and those were the only people that like the agencies would want to put on magazines. Now we've expanded to, you know, plus size women to be models as well. So we can't sit here and say that, you know, fit women are more attractive than obese women, or obese women are more fit or more attractive than fit women. You just can't. You can't. Because obesity doesn't make you look ugly. It doesn't. Your character makes you look ugly. But also, some people can say that, you know, this obese person doesn't look good compared to this obese person. Probably because their build, or their genetics, you know?
More on the healthy side.
Well, you can be thin and not healthy.
Yeah,
That's
clear.
Exactly. But the biggest issue I have with what you said, I disagree with you. I think as a fit girl as well, fit girlies, but I still disagree with you, because there's beautiful women who are in bigger bodies. Like, I feel like it's an arrogance almost to be like, oh, because I'm fit, I'm more attractive. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, no.
And the biggest issue I have
it was
with
good,
what you said
Eric.
about men being attracted to you more just because you're fit. I think that that's basing your worth on a man. And I'm married, as a married woman saying that, I just don't understand what that has to do with the principle of just physical attractiveness. That has nothing to do with if someone else deems you as attractive. It's like just solely based on the physical. So I 100% disagree with you.
I was debating actually stepping forward because of just what society has taught me my whole life is like, thin is more beautiful, thin is more beautiful, thin is more beautiful.
Yeah, see, the beauty standard.
Had to work on
it's a trap.
For so many years.
It's a trap.
When I was like, 19, 20, I was like, oh, the reason I'm not in a relationship is because I'm fat. Like, I
see, the trap.
And then I'll become in a relationship. Then someone will love
me. And then women grow eating disorders, you know, because of the beauty standard. You don't see a lot of men do it because men don't really have, we don't have standards for how a guy should look. We don't, because girls love dad bods. And then you also have another division of girls that love fit guys, you know? But for some reason, women are always looked at, you know, oh, they should always be fit. They should always be skinny. That's weird. That beauty standard is weird. It's weird.
Of me. And I thought that for so many years. And like my self-confidence was like down here. And I really had to work on unlearning that. And I'm still trying to unlearn that. But like I have learned over the years that people are attracted to different things.
That is true.
So if you ask one person, they're going to tell you, oh, this is what I'm attracted to. And if you ask someone else, they might have a completely different answer.
And nothing's wrong with that.
Attractiveness is subjective. I think when it comes to society.
Nothing's wrong with that. Because there's also people who harass people and say, oh, you only date skinny girls? What, do you hate fat people or something? That's not no. I'm just more attracted to this side than I am the other side. And that's nothing that I can really change. That's just what I'm attracted to. My bad. You know, that's also with, you know, some people prefer African American relationships. A African American partner over a Caucasian. And nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. Latina?
Skinnier is better.
I mean, I hear a lot of what you're saying, but I'm curious, anybody want to share, like, what is the type of body that you're attracted to?
To men, on men, other, or
well,
the
I don't know.
opposite?
There's people who are attracted to men. So whether it's men or women, what kind of bodies are you attracted to?
Because I've been smaller and bigger. I am tall. I already am eliminating a majority of people because I'm one taller man than me. But you know what? Somebody on your show, Zach Miko.
Was that the tall guy?
She's shooting her shot.
The plus size model? He was
Yes.
cute.
So
unfortunately married.
So it's like I
Sorry,
have
Zach.
dated some fantastically gorgeous men, but when I feel most comfortable and myself and I can feel just kind of let it all out is a guy that's has some cushion. Gym people for gym people. And,
That is true.
That kind of seems like unattainable, not my vibe.
No, I appreciate.
Sometimes gym people are do lean towards gym people.
I do have a type, but also like I've never dated before. So I'd say like my type goes from my type goes from like Prince Eric to Fluffy. Like the guy yes, the comedian Fluffy.
I like Fluffy.
I just feel like I could like hug him. Like he would give the best hugs and be like the best person.
It's a very
like,
wide range.
Yeah, a very wide range of
A lot of them fit into
a
that
lot of
range.
infinites to that. But like I don't discriminate against like body type or anything like that.
Right.
It's funny because for me as a bisexual woman, like what I like in women versus what I like in men is like very different. So men, I'm very much like you. Like dad bods are kind of like what I'm the most attracted to. I don't want someone like super, super big, but I also don't like super skinny or like super.
Yeah, see
super
what I'm
buff.
saying?
Well,
Yeah.
that's fine, but like the really buff guys, like not my thing. But for women, I like way more different kinds of women, like thin, big, like I don't know. I'm just way more attracted, I think, when it comes to different kinds of women. Like when I'm swiping on dating apps, like I'll maybe swipe on like 1 in every 20 men, and like women it's like 1 in 5. Women I just think overall are much more beautiful than men. Like
They're all attractive, but I mostly prefer fit people. Yeah, see, exactly. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that at all. At all. Because, like, I'm gonna be honest here. I wouldn't date anybody here besides this girl right here. Okay? This girl right here. Reason being, her build. It looks like, you know, I like her build. I like her build. You know, I like the aesthetic that she has right now. I don't know. This one gives me too much of soccer mom. Too much of, you know, diva to me. And I'm just not attracted to plus size women. I'm not. Nothing wrong with it.
And we have better profiles. Let's get this.
yes, that too.
All right, let's reset. It's okay for models to set a high standard for body image.
It's okay for models to set a high standard. No, it's not. It's not. Because not everybody is a model. Not everybody's a model. Because if we keep it like that, for models to set a high standard for body image, you want to know who's actually setting the body standard? Their agency. Because only the agencies will make somebody a model. Models can't set the body standard. The agencies do.
Will the agreeers please step forward?
I did some modeling as a kid and as a teenager, and even now as an adult, I did pinup. There's definitely like a high expectation and standard, especially like in runway modeling and things like that, because they
Wish me luck to get back.
push out these
I wish you luck,
they
Toothless.
only do it in
Get that
certain
Discord
sizes.
account back.
There's standards that different companies have that they want to push out certain things. So like for pinups, they
Make sure not
want
to
you
click
to
on
look a
any
certain way. They want you to
suspect
do your makeup a
links
certain way.
either.
They want you to dress a certain way for that style. And same thing for like Victoria's Secret. They want to promote lingerie, and there's a standard for each company, and they have to live up to that standard.
You live on
based
YouTube? No, TikTok.
What they're trying to promote.
And personally for me, I always looked up to thin people. I always found them very beautiful. I was like, I want to be able to look like a Victoria's Secret model one day. It's okay to have a higher standard of beauty because it makes
I don't
you
like the thin models.
I want to work harder on myself to achieve that type of body goal. I might not look exactly like them, like with the hips and everything, but I want to be able to look a healthy version of myself that looks something like that.
I think
Does
it's
it get
okay
copyright on
for models
TikTok?
to have a
No.
higher standard of beauty because we are attracted to attractive things. A model is selling something. They're being hired to sell something, and they're going to make it, hey, look at this. Look at the dress I'm wearing. And you as a consumer, you don't want to look at somebody that is going to go, ugh, I don't even want to look at that person. What were they selling? I don't know.
Let's bring in our disagreeers. More disagreeers than I expected.
I completely disagree. I think
If somebody agrees with me on what I said about this topic, yo, we good. We good. If nobody mentions that, then I'm pretty sure that they are brain dead and don't understand anything about modeling.
I think we all forgot what modeling industry has done for women in our society. I think we kind of went blank for a second. I'm a journalism major. I have my degree in journalism, and growing up with certain magazines, and those women, just because they were thin does not mean they were healthy.
True.
Ever seen America's Next Top Model?
Yes.
There's a lot of detrimental things that were happening within that society, within that community. And I agree with you, yes, we all want to look at something aesthetically pleasing, but that varies. Also, the modeling industry is known for not being diverse.
Right.
Hello?
Yep.
So I don't know, we just like black.
I think most people are attracted to their own size, but sometimes taller or shorter. Sometimes you can see that a lot, but other times, no. Other times, no.
Like that for a second.
But you did say most, though,
It's
so.
not when I started.
Yeah, but
It was
it's
not.
not that diverse now either. It's evolving, but I wouldn't go as far as saying it's that diverse. But I think that it can be very detrimental as a young woman. I think the body positivity movement kind of was created in juxtaposition because of the modeling industry of the 90s and early 2000s, how toxic that was.
I do think we have come a long way, but we still have like much further to go. The average size of the woman in the United States is a size 16. So why are we not seeing that reflected more on runways?
I don't know what
and
size that
modeling
is.
and stuff, you know. I also have issues with it when it comes to a lot of plus size modeling too, because a lot of plus size models, they have the curves, but they have no belly. And that's so unrealistic for
That
most
is
plus
true.
size women, where it's like, most plus size women, if you are a size 20 like I am, you're gonna have a stomach.
And most of those photos have been photoshopped.
Yeah, or they even put padding on smaller models
Yep.
to make them look bigger.
The standards keep changing. How many models do they need to show all the different body
Or
types
tats.
for this to sell one dress?
Sounds like there's a tension between the market. If the data says more
Right.
people click on this body, even if it's unrealistic,
Yes.
put that
It's the
body in
agency.
ad.
Yes.
But what you're
It's the
saying is
agency.
that's
It's not the models.
Unfair representation of the true customer.
Yeah, exactly. Because then I'll like buy something that I saw on a plus size model who has a flat stomach, and then I put it on, and I'm like, oh, I hate this because it's clinging to like all the wrong parts. I just want to see something that looks. It doesn't have to look exactly like me.
I think for a long time people thought that diversity in sizes wasn't marketable. Like I can't make money from showing all this diversity of sizes, but I think that there are new brands coming like Savage X Fenty with Rihanna. She has proven that you can have diverse bodies and you can still market and sell. And let's be real, most consumers are not the models. They look different.
Women should be fit enough to protect themselves.
Hold on. Women should be fit enough to protect themselves. How does that correspond, though? Because heavy people are actually pretty strong. Because they have to carry around that weight and everything. Because there's a situation where people can be way bigger than you. That is true. That is true. Because if you have a skinny person go up against somebody that's obese, who's gonna win? And they're both not trained in anything. No kickboxing, no kung fu, no boxing or anything like that. The obese person is gonna win by default. So I don't understand why this should be a question. Why they put this dumbass question in here?
Will the agreeers step forward?
This is something that I always say. Listen, no shame to
They
people
all
that are thinner,
agreed?
but I just think you're so vulnerable when you're thin. Like if you're petite and you're frail and you're not strong enough to fight back, I don't think that's safe for you. I'm a proponent of like building muscle. That way you're sturdy. That way if someone tries to come up on me, they're going to feel something.
Right. I think we shouldn't have to.
Yes.
Like it sucks that we're in a society that we do, but we have to.
Okay, so wait, how does this correspond? Women should be fit enough to protect themselves. Okay, so this must be just talking about like skinny girls. This must be talking about skinny women. That question doesn't make much sense. That's what I'm saying. I don't get how the question makes sense. But because it's fit versus obese. Now I'll understand if skinny was in there, sure. But obese people will knock the block off of somebody.
You're prone to danger at any moment. Know some punches, know some locks. I don't know. But yeah, definitely stay prepared.
Yeah, as someone who trains kickboxing, boxing.
If you notice, majority of the girls that get kidnapped, they're skinny. They're skinny.
And Muay Thai.
So this question shouldn't be in here.
Offer like women's self-defense classes, and like no matter like what body size you are, I highly recommend every single woman to take at least one class just so you know the basics and just like for your own protection.
Well, I got attacked by a dog once when I was on a walk. It came out of this house and it came after me, and I was with a group of friends. Of course, it comes after the big one. Don't get me wrong, but it was scary. I couldn't run away from that problem, but my friends were able to, and that came to my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm not good at cardio. I know what I need to improve more on. You need to be able to carry yourself, pull yourself up, or like, you know.
You not running from a fucking dog. I'm sorry, but dogs, depending on the dog, it can't be no dog that's been sitting in a house and just, you know, piling up on weight. But majority of dogs are pretty fit and they can run fast. So I know she is not saying that, oh, I took the L from a dog because of my cardio. Motherfucker, I got attacked by a dog and got sent to the ER. That's how I got this scar. That's how I got that scar. Whenever I was young. It's not your cardio. It's not your cardio.
Run.
Even for you, for your kids, you know, an emergency, your kid is swallowing something and it got stuck, or you know, everything around you needs your full potential energy.
You said your kid's choking. Okay, let me go hit the gym real quick, you know, run a couple laps around the track so I can get fit enough so I can do the Heimlich on somebody. What are these examples? I don't think that they understand this question either. These examples are just terrible. Small dogs you can kick away? Yep. Punt them mother out of here. Bye.
So yeah, definitely everybody work on their own pace and just make sure that you work on things that are going to help you and stay safe because it's dangerous.
Not to be an easy target.
Aside from dogs, which, has anyone ever been in a situation where they've had to defend themselves?
I can talk about it because it doesn't hurt anymore, but when I was young, I did get molested, and it's fine. I'm over it. I know it wasn't my fault. See, I work with my brain a lot, so.
Why are we talking about when we were young? Okay, how old are you? Why are we talking about when we were young? Bro, you cannot defend yourself when you are like 12 years old. You can't. What are you gonna defend yourself against? Timmy at the park? Just yell for the teacher. You cannot defend getting molested when you're like 8, dog. That's what I'm saying. That's not your fault. You couldn't have done that. You couldn't have protected yourself. That's what I'm saying. You can't put an example when you're young. What are you supposed to be? Fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime whenever you're like 9 years old? Like, come on now.
For me, I was laying down, and it was more of a like situation where I couldn't move because of what everything was that was happening around me, and my thoughts were just like, I need to find a way to survive. I need to find a way to.
Like, I'm not trying to knock her situation. That situation is very unfortunate, and stuff like that should not be taken lightly. But this is a terrible example. That is a terrible example. You can't even protect yourself in the UK as a kid? Yeah. This is why they say that you need adults around whenever you're children. You can't protect yourself. You can't. Because for one, whenever you're young, you don't have the brain power to be like, oh, I need to do this in that exact situation. You don't process stuff as fast. Because you're not trained to know, oh, life or death situation. You just sit there. You just sit there. Reflexes out of whack. You just sit there. I don't know if that... Wait, you can't bring any weapon outside your home? I don't know if that goes with America as well. No, you can bring weapons outside your home. You can. But yeah,
This person
bad example.
From me, and I was 13, so it was like, you know what? Pray.
But yeah, I'm glad she's doing okay though.
I was like, please have her move. Please have her move so I can move, and she did. And as soon as she moved, I found a way to just push him. Like I found a courage to push him off. It came from I don't know where, but it came, and whatever happened after that. So it is a situation where, as women, we are subject to not just men, but to a lot of people, and where we need to find a way to protect ourselves, and not just us, as we're growing older. Like we should be showing our children how to and who not to trust instead of judging them, instead of expecting from them. You should be teaching them to find their way and what works for them, to find a courage to save themselves from whatever is going to be a struggle for them in the future.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you for sharing that story.
I have abused my body.
How did this go? I guess, yeah, a lot of bodybuilders abuse their body, I would say.
3 years, step forward.
Yeah, it was good, Yada.
Personally, for me, I've always suffered with anxiety.
Yeah, I
depression
checked the
since I
video
was
you
young.
sent me.
I've been grown up in the best areas. I used to self-harm in different ways. I suffered with like purging and everything, and like actual like physically cutting myself. Sometimes I even tempted to like burn myself. When I look in the mirror, I'm just like, what is wrong with you? And I was 13, 12, and around this time, I did not like the way I look. I'm not happy right now. And like the only thing I have control of, because I don't have money, I can control what I can do to myself. And it wasn't until like I got older and I started studying.
Yeah, if you're armed on the streets of the UK, you get arrested. Yeah, no, you can carry literal guns on the street, in the 50 states, as long as you're licensed. There's some states in the U.S. that you can open carry. So, yeah.
Mental health, I started studying like different like ways you can take care of yourself with the resources I had. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not the best at my mind right now, and there's other opportunities I can control those bad thoughts to let them out.
What were some of the tools that were most helpful to you?
Meditation really was a big thing for
me. You can carry weapons outside?
Meditating.
Yes.
Whenever I had those, I call it like noise, like those just thoughts in my head, like just talking. And I'm like, close your eyes, inhale.
Like I can even, I don't know about you guys. I don't know what the knife links are there, but I know you guys have huge ass fucking machetes. Like even something like this, something like this I could just carry out. I don't know about you guys. Like I said, I don't know the length that you guys get arrested for. So.
And just breathe. Just find your center and calm yourself. That's really helped me a lot.
Addiction is the disease that tells your brain that the problem is the solution. My biggest addiction was food, and and you get a serotonin kick. Everybody has a vice because that's
Wait, that's
something cheap
abusing
and
your
fast.
body?
At some point, it's It's not, you're not a victim anymore. Like, you're actually doing
Wait, what
it to
type of
yourself.
abuse are we talking
This
about?
lifestyle of this and up and down, and how I
Just
even
anything?
abused myself, how I used to talk to myself, and you're not good enough, you're not pretty enough, you're not thin enough.
That's just called low self-esteem. That's not abusing your body. That's low self-esteem, putting yourself down. This is another question that shouldn't have been in here.
You know, you're never enough. Until I changed the way I spoke to myself, did changes ever happen and maintain?
Abuse my body a lot by being an emotional eater. Like, I'm a very emotional person. Actually,
Okay,
I just found
that
out,
right there
last year
is
that I have
abusing your body.
Ever since I was a teenager, I have struggled heavily with depression and suicidal thoughts.
Yep. Whenever you're depressed, you know, you eat and eat and eat and eat. You stress eat practically. That right there is a good example of abusing your body. Thank you.
All the time. Yeah, I have abused my body over the years, and I'm trying to love myself more, take better care of myself.
Don't try. Just do it.
Well, you say that, but it can be hard.
Make it easy. Make it easy. Make it easy to speak to yourself in a kind way.
Yeah.
I just got upset because you don't want to be on this. You're a gift.
Thank you.
How dare you take that beautiful gift away? How dare you? You're not allowed to do that anymore, okay? You're here. You have to speak to yourself kindly.
But I knew somebody was gonna bring out the waterworks.
Be nice to yourself. Your family members, how would they tell somebody else that's speaking to you that way to you? And you do it to yourself, that's not okay.
Yeah.
You can change it, make a choice.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot better over the years, that I'm much kinder to myself, and I wish I could like tell my younger self to like be kinder.
But you can tell her right now.
Oh,
you can
I do,
tell that
yeah.
baby right now, she's good enough and she's meant to be here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm like, I just want to give you a hug because I relate to your story so much. I was an emotional eater too. I still am an emotional eater. I'm working on it so much. But like when I was getting bullied in middle school, like I was getting called.
Motherfucker, I'm a stress eater. Okay, I'm a stress eater. Whenever I get stressed, I bite on my nails. If I don't want to bite on my nails and I'm just hungry, I'll eat food while I'm stressed. I'm able to control it though. You bite your nails? Yes, I bite my nails. It is a terrible habit. But I'm stopping this year. So there you go. We're already doing good. You get bum worms? No, that's a lie, EDH. That is literally a lie to get people to stop biting their nails. You don't get that. You don't get that.